The longer you applaud, the shorter the monologue. Want to bring in the regular audience? Come on. What a surprise. I thought everybody went home after Christmas.
Yeah. Boy. Doc Severinsen and the great NBC Orchestra and Eddie Shaughnessy. In 1943, President Franklin Roosevelt read the classic poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, to an audience in the White House. It became an annual tradition, which President Reagan has decided to uphold in his own special way. So now we take you live to the White House for the President's annual Christmas greeting.
Well, it was the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even my spouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, and well, I'd just finished dyeing my hair. The children were nestled all snug near the bedpost, except for Michael, who stayed on the West Coast. When, well, out in the rose garden there came such a din, and opened my yap and said, let's have a cabinet meeting and I'll catch a nap. When what did I see but a large flying sleigh, and old red-nosed fat man said it came. Well, he whistled and shouted and called them by name. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen. Well, don't be afraid, this is Reagan, not Nixon. Well, then he called to the reindeer, so fleet on the hoof. This is the White House, don't poop on the roof. Then down the fireplace he came with a whoosh. I said, please use the door, the chimney's for Bush. His eyes were so merry, so filled with serenity. His stomach was big, like the gut of Ted Kennedy. Well, I smiled at Santa and paid my respects, and he said, please don't cut my Social Security checks. Well, I laughed at these words from the jolly old elf and said, why should I cut them? I get them myself. Well, I gave old Santa a glass of eggnog. Then he stepped in a present, courtesy of our dog. He brought bananas for Bonzo and one for the Gipper, and for young Ron a new pair of ballet slippers. He also brought Kissinger a present for Hanukkah, a photo of Ed Meese wearing a yarmulke, a live G.I. Joe doll for Casper Weinberger, and for my daughter Maureen, French fries and a burger. Well, then suddenly Santa handed me the bill, which he made out to the Pentagon for $200 million. Santa said, I've got to move on to fulfill my quota. I said, do me a favor. Skip Minnesota. So he sprang to his sleigh, to his team, gave a whistle. Then he flew through the air like a big MX missile. And I shouted to Santa as he rode out of sight, well, there you go again. Merry Christmas, and to all a good night.
By the Salvation Army for lying about their troop strength. I thought it was kind of silly. They had a big event in England this morning. They had the christening ceremony for Prince Charles and Lady Diana's baby, which is Prince Harold, right? And the baby cried during the whole ceremony. You'd found out the day before they'd just given away Hong Kong. Anyway, we got a good show. One of the greatest singers in the world is with us tonight, Mr. Tony Bennett.